you struggling to get qualified leads to your business? Well, in today's video, I'm going to show you exactly how I get thousands of qualified leads every single week in my marketing agency. My name is James and I have my own marketing agency. I've also helped hundreds of agency owners start landing their first clients using this exact strategy I'm going to show you today. By the end of this video, you'll have a clear roadmap on how to land clients and where to find them. Make sure you stick around to the end because I have bonus resources that'll help you land clients quicker and implement these actions we're going to show you today. All right, let's jump into the first step. So the big question everybody has when they get started is, where do I get qualified leads? And like I mentioned earlier, we're gonna find paying clients. Now, there's a few places you can find paying clients. The best one to start with is your internal network. That would be anybody that you know that has a business or in your local neighborhood that you can go and talk to and see if they need your services. Another place is Google Maps, and Google Maps is great because inside of Google Maps, it has Google business pages. And inside of these Google business pages, you'll be able to see everything about the company right here in their Google My Business page, such as their phone number, their website, their location. Now, this is a good place to start because you're able to find companies that don't have websites, for example, because they won't have a website icon right here. For example, this Springs Roofing Corp doesn't have a website attached. So this is a company you could go ahead and reach out to and then sell them a website or whatever other marketing services you're trying to pitch to them. Now, you can do this one by one, but it becomes very tedious. What we do in my agency is we use a data scraper called Outscraper. And Outscraper allows you to pull thousands upon thousands of Google My Business pages, and it puts them into a Excel file that you can easily access. So for example, let's just go ahead and type in roofers right here. And then the next column, you're gonna wanna go ahead and pick whatever state that you're gonna do. So for example, let's type in California. Then you're gonna wanna set a maximum result limit. So for this, we're just gonna go ahead and put 3,000. Now, this next section is where you're gonna have to select exactly what you wanna pull from them. For example, if you wanted to get their emails as well, you can do that. It's gonna cost a little extra. It's a fraction of a cent per email that it pulls. We're not gonna select any on this one, but I'm gonna show you a little trick down here. You can go ahead and add filters. So we're gonna add a filter, which is a subtype, and we're gonna go to site. And then down here where it says operator, we're gonna put is blank. Now what that means is when you're over in a Google My Business page, this company, Springs Roofing, is now gonna be populated inside of that list because it does not have a website, so the column that it's pulling from will not have any information in it and it will be blank. So for example, we're gonna be selling websites and we're gonna find companies that don't have websites. So we just go ahead and hit save down here and then we go ahead and hit get results. So we're gonna get 3,000 queries here for $7.50. And all you do is just hit confirm and that's gonna go ahead and create an Excel file that we'll be able to download, and I'll show you what to do with that next. So once you have your lead list generated and you have the Excel file, the next step is outreach. So there are a bunch of different outreach methods that you can use. Cold DM is good for social media platforms such as Instagram, Facebook. Now, the one that we rely the most on is cold calling. Now, with cold calling, you can either make the calls yourself or you can hire cold callers on freelancer websites. And that's the easiest way to go ahead and take this lead list and then send it off to them in a company called Fiverr or Upwork, whichever one you prefer. So if we go over to fiverr.com and we just type in cold calling, down here you're gonna see a ton of gigs, and each one of these gigs is somebody's profile. And this one right here, he does 100 cold calls for $55. He's got a 4.8 star rating, 588 gigs completed. So he's a level 2. You wanna look for a level 2 or 3 if you can. And this is extremely cheap for what you're getting. And the cool thing about this is, and then you can get them on a call and tell them the parameters of what you're trying to sell and how to reach out to your calendar and have everything flow from there. You can also hear their voice, which is very important to hear. Make sure that they don't have any heavy accents that will hurt your conversions. Now, the thing I like about Fiverr is once you actually continue this, there's a 2-day delivery. So that means that they are required by Fiverr and this contract to go ahead and send you the results within 2 days. That means that he's gonna go ahead and make all these calls, and normally they have some type of tracking software that they use for the calls. For example, if they don't get through the line, they will call back at the end of their cycle, which is great to have. You can also check the reviews, make sure that they are legit. A lot of 5-star ratings here. Like I mentioned, we already kind of vetted him. He has 588 completed gigs on this specific gig, so this is a good candidate. Now this is the easiest way to get started with your agency, and if you want to learn more, go ahead and click the link in my description down below, and you can join my free school community where I have tons of free resources, courses for you to go through so you can start landing clients as soon as possible. I'll catch you in the next one.